It's gone. You hear me? It's gone. Stop trying to bring it back. You don't need to save what's already dead. This question mark. This is your reality now. No prayers will fix it. No wishes will undo it. Stop wasting time on what's buried. 6 feet under, you've spent too long digging up corpses, hoping they'll breathe again. They won't. You think if you try hard enough, scream loud enough, beg long enough, you'll wake the dead. That's your mistake. You keep trying to fix things that are meant to stay broken. Not everything gets saved. Not everyone deserves it. You're holding on to ashes, and all they're doing is staining your hands black. Let it go. Not for them. For you. You're not a hero. And this isn't some story where everything ends with sunlight and smiles. That's not the world you live in. You live in the cold, the quiet, the shadows. You know this. You've always known this. So stop pretending. You don't. Stop acting like you're one of them. You're not, and you never will be. You think they'd save you if it were the other way around. No, they wouldn't. They'd watch. They'd turn away. They'd leave you to rot without a second thought. You know this. You've seen it, felt it. So why are you still carrying their weight? Why are you still bleeding for people who wouldn't bleed for you? You owe them nothing, not your time, not your tears, not your forgiveness. Let them drown in their own mess. You have your own storms to fight, your own wars to win, and you won't win them by dragging the dead behind you. Cut the rope, let it fall. You don't need it. You never did. What are you afraid of being alone? You've always been alone. The people you called friends, they were shadows, temporary. They left when the light. You can't depend on shadows. You depend on yourself. You've always depended on yourself, and look where it got you. You're still standing, still breathing. That's enough. The pain is fuel. The rage, that's your fire. Use it. Don't run from it. Don't bury it. Let it burn through you. Let it push you forward. That's all you need. Not their approval. Not their love. Just the fire. Just the fight. That's what keeps you alive. That's what makes you stronger. Stop waiting for them to notice. They won't. Stop waiting for them to care. They never did. And that's fine. You don't need them. You don't need their pity. You don't need their applause. You've got yourself. That's enough. That's always been enough. You. Look around you. Look at what you've survived. The betrayals, the losses, the emptiness. And yet you're still here. Still moving. Still fighting. That's what matters. Not them. Not their opinions. Not their lies. You keep searching for meaning in places it doesn't exist. Stop. The meaning is in the fight, in the climb, in the silence. You don't need more than that. The scars wear them. The wounds embrace them. They're proof you're still here. Proof you're stronger than anything they threw at you. And you are strong. Stronger than them. Stronger than their words, their actions, their hate. They couldn't break you. They tried. Oh, they tried. But you're still standing. That's what they hate the most. That's why they left. Not because you were weak, but because you were too strong for them to handle. So don't fall for their games. Don't get dragged into their chaos. Let them destroy themselves. You have your own path to walk. Walk it alone if you have to. It's better that way. No one to hold you back. No one to weigh you down. And if the loneliness creeps in, let it. Let it remind you of who you are. Let it remind you of what you've survived. The nights you thought you wouldn't make it. The days you thought you'd fall apart. You didn't. You're still here. Still breathing. Still fighting. So keep fighting for yourself. Not for them. Not for anyone else. Just you. That's all you need. That's all you've ever needed. You don't need to save what's already dead. Let it go. Walk away. Keep moving. That's how you win. That's how you survive. Let the past stay buried. Let the pain sharpen you. Let the fire guide you and never, never look back. What's behind you is gone. What's ahead, that's yours to take. That's yours to conquer. So take it, conquer it, and don't stop until there's nothing left standing in your way. You've come this far. Do you think they expected that? Do you think they ever thought you'd make it? Number. They wanted you to crumble. They wanted you to vanish, to disappear like you never existed. But you didn't. You stayed, and that's what eats at them. That's what keeps them awake. They thought you needed them. They thought you'd beg, crawl, shatter under the weight of their absence. But you didn't. You figured it out. You found a way. You didn't just survive, you thrived. And that's your revenge. That's your power. Not the anger. Not the hate. The fact that you proved them wrong. The fact that you're still here when they swore you wouldn't be. Every time you get up, every step you take forward, it's a slap in their face. And you don't even need to see it. You don't need to hear their apologies, their regret. You've already won. They're stuck in the same place, running in circles. And you're not. You're moving forward. You're building something they can't touch, something they can't destroy. But don't get distracted. Don't let the past pull you back. It's tempting, isn't it, to look over your shoulder to wonder if they've changed, to hope they see you now. Don't. It's not worth it. They're not worth it. What you're building is bigger than them. It's bigger than the pain, and it's bigger than you. You owe it to yourself to keep going. You owe it to the person you were. The one who cried alone in the dark. The one who whispered, "I can't do this," but did it anyway. That person thought for you to be here. Don't betray them. Don't waste their effort by looking back at ghosts and the guilt, the shame. Drop it. They don't belong to you. They belong to the ones who walked away, the ones who turned their backs, the ones who let you down when you needed them most. Let them carry that weight. Let them drown in it. It's not your job to make them feel better. It's not your job to pick them up. You're done with that. What you're doing now, it's for you. Every step forward is yours. Every victory is yours, not theirs, not anyone else's, just yours. Own it. Stop apologizing for being strong. Stop shrinking to make others feel comfortable. You've earned this. Every scar, every bruise, every tear, it brought you here. To this moment, to this strength. You've got nothing to prove. Not to them. Not to anyone. If they don't see it, let them stay blind. If they don't believe in you, let them doubt. Their opinions don't pay your bills. Their words don't heal your wounds. They're background noise, static. You've learned to tune it out. Keep doing that. Focus. You've got things to do. Dream. Dreams to chase. Mountains to climb. You don't have time to waste on people who didn't have time for you. You don't have space in your life for dead weight. Cut it off. Let it fall. Let it rot where it belongs. The world isn't going to hand you anything. You already know that if you want something, you take it. If you need something, you build it. No shortcuts, no handouts, just you and the work. It's hard. Yes. It's lonely. Yes. But it's real. And it's yours. They'll tell you to slow down, to take it easy, to stop being so intense. Don't listen. That's their fear talking. That's their weakness, showing they're afraid of what you'll become if you keep going. They're afraid you'll leave them behind, and you will not, because you're cruel. Not because you don't care, but because you have no choice. The path you're on doesn't allow for passengers. Only the strong survive this climb. So climb, push, break through every barrier they told you would stop you. Prove them wrong. Not for them, but for you. Because every wall you smash is a reminder that you're unstoppable. Every hurdle you clear is proof that nothing can hold you back. You don't need their validation. You don't need their praise. You don't need them at all. All you need is the fire inside you, the hunger, the drive to keep going. Feed that fire. Let it consume every doubt, every fear, every memory of the times they failed you. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about proving anything to anyone. This is about you becoming everything they said you couldn't be. This is about rising so high that their voices can't reach you anymore, and you will. You already are. Every step forward is a step away from their lies, their games, their betrayal. Don't stop now. Don't pause. Don't second-guess yourself. You're on the right path. It's brutal, yes. It's lonely, yes. But it's yours, and that's what matters. You don't need to save what's already dead and let the past bury itself. You've got a future to build. Keep going. Keep pushing and don't look back. Because what's behind you isn't worth saving. What's ahead, that's everything. Take it. It's yours, and no one, not them, not anyone, can take it away from you. Don't stop pretending there's something to salvage from the ashes. You've seen the truth. You felt it in your bones. What's burned down stays down. You don't rebuild on a foundation of ruins. You walk away. Build somewhere else. Somewhere stronger. Somewhere untouched by the rot that tried to claim you. You've always been the one to hold the weight, haven't you? Always the one to clean up the mess, to fix what others shattered. But why? Who was ever there to fix you? No one, and you learned that the hard way. Every time you picked up the pieces for them, it chipped away at you. And for what gratitude, loyalty, no, just more pain. You've been their crutch, their punching bag, their fall by plan, and now it's time to let that go. Time to leave them to their own chaos. They're not your responsibility. They never were. You just told yourself they were because it was easier than facing the truth. The truth that they never cared, never valued you, never gave a damn about what you were going through. But now you know you've seen through the lies, the manipulation, the empty promises. You don't owe them anything. Not your time, not your energy, not your forgiveness. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve you, and they never will. This isn't weakness. This isn't bitterness. This is survival. This is strength you've spent too much of your life giving to people who only took. That ends now. From this point on, everything you do is for you. Every move you make is for your growth, your peace, your future, not theirs. It's not selfish. It's necessary. Because if you keep pouring yourself into people who can't or won't pour back, you'll end up empty, and they'll still be standing there waiting for more. That's not your life. That's not your purpose. You're meant for more than that. So stop feeling guilty. Stop second-guessing yourself. The people who deserve you won't need you to prove your worth. They'll see it, they'll honor it, and they won't leave you in the dark when things get hard. But those people are rare, and until you find them, you walk alone. Not because you have to, but because you choose to. There's power in solitude. Power in knowing you don't need anyone else to validate your existence. You're enough. You always have been. You just forgot that somewhere along the way. But now, you're remembering. Now you're waking up to the truth. Look at what you've overcome. The betrayal, the heartbreak, the nights you thought would swallow you whole. You survived them all, not because someone saved you, but because you saved yourself. And that's all the proof you need. You're your own anchor, your own savior, your own light in the dark. Stop trying to fix people who are comfortable being broken. Stop trying to save people who don't want to be saved. You're wasting energy on battles that aren't yours to fight. Focus on your war, the war inside you, the one that's been raging for years, the one that demands your full attention. That's where your strength lies, not in chasing after people who've already let you go. Not in proving your worth to those who never saw it in the first place, but in facing yourself, your fears, your doubts, and conquering them one by one. You don't need applause. You don't need witnesses. Your victories are yours alone. Quiet, relentless, unstoppable. Let them wonder how you did it. Let them guess. You don't owe them an explanation. You don't know them anything. And the pain that's your weapon. The scars your armor. You don't run from them. You don't hide them. You wear them like a badge. A reminder of everything you've endured. They tried to break you, and maybe they did for a moment. But you rebuilt yourself. Stronger, sharper, untouchable. Now it's time to keep going. No distractions. No detours. The world doesn't wait for the wounded. It moves on. So you move with it. Fast, focused, relentless. There's nothing behind you worth turning around for. Nothing worth saving. What's dead is dead. What's lost is lost. And that's okay. Because what's ahead, that's yours for the taking. The world will try to stop you. People will try to drag you back. Don't let them. You've come too far, fought too hard. You owe it to yourself to see this through. Every step forward is a step away from the chains they try to bind you with. Every breath you take is proof that you're untouchable. They can't hurt you anymore. They can't control you. You've taken that power back, and now it's yours to wield. So wield it with purpose, with strength, with no apologies. This is your life, your fight, your victory. You don't need to save what's already dead. Let it go. Burn it to the ground if you have to, and walk away without looking back. Because the only thing that matters now is what lies ahead, and you're ready for it. You've been ready for it. You just needed to remind yourself of who you are, and now you know. So go. take what's yours and never stop. Every step you take forward is a refusal to carry what isn't yours anymore, a refusal to be the person they expect you to be, the person they manipulated into staying in their shadow. You are done with that. You are done being their safety net, their excuse, their scapegoat. You've shed that skin, stripped it off, layer by layer, and now what's left is raw, real, and indestructible. That's you. You don't need to explain your silence. Let them wonder. Let them stew in their confusion. They don't deserve your words. They didn't listen when you gave them freely. So why waste breath now? Silence is louder than any speech. It's colder, heavier. It sticks with them longer than your anger ever could. Let them feel it. They'll call you selfish. Let them, they'll call you heartless. Let them, they'll call you everything they need to feel better about themselves. But that's not your problem. Let them hurl their words into the void, hoping it'll hit you. It won't. They don't matter anymore. Their opinions don't weigh you down. Their voices don't echo inside you like they used to. You've closed that door, locked it, thrown away the key. This path isn't about them. It's not about proving them wrong. It's not even about revenge, as tempting as that might feel. It's about you. It's about becoming so untouchable, so far removed from their reach that they fade into irrelevance. It's about building something they can't tear down, something they can't even comprehend. And it's going to be hard. You know that you've lived that, but hard isn't new to you. Hard is where you thrive. Hard is where you find out who you really are. And every time you've been tested, every time you've been pushed to the edge, you've come back stronger. You've built yourself out of pieces they thought were useless, crafted something they'll never understand. So don't stop now. Don't let the weight of their expectations, their criticisms, their lies, hold you back. You've shed that weight before, and you can do it again. Keep moving forward one step at a time. The distance between you and them grows with every move you make. And the further away you get, the clearer things become. The things you thought you needed, you didn't. The people you thought you couldn't live without. You've proven you can. You've been living without them for longer than you realize. The truth is, you've been carrying yourself all along. You were just too focused on them to see it. It's not your job to fix what they broke. Not your job to heal. Ill wounds they caused, that's on them. You've got your own scars to tend to, your own battles to fight, and you don't need to explain that to anyone. The people who get it won't ask, and the people who ask don't deserve an answer. This is your time, your moment. They had theirs. They wasted it. Don't waste yours, trying to drag them along. Let them stay where they are. Let them stagnate. You've got too much to do, too much to build, too much to become. And when the doubt creeps in, because it will remind yourself of everything you've survived, every dark night, every betrayal, every moment where it felt like the world was against you. You're still here, still breathing, still fighting. That's all the proof you need. That's all the strength you need. This world isn't kind. It doesn't hand out rewards to the deserving. It doesn't care about fairness or justice. It cares about strength, about resilience, about the people who refuse to stop, who refuse to give in. That's who you are. That's who you've always been. So keep going. Keep pushing. Let the fire inside you burn brighter with every step, that the cold steel of your resolve harden with every challenge. They can't touch you anymore. They can't hurt you anymore. The only thing that matters now is the road ahead. And that road, it's yours. Every mile, every inch, every step. Take it. Own it. You don't need to save what's already dead. You don't need to go back. Let the past stay where it belongs. In the dirt. In the ashes. In the silence. What's ahead is life. Your life. And it's waiting for you to claim it. So claim it without hesitation. Without fear. Without looking back. This is your time. This is your fight. And you're ready. You've been ready. Now go. Move forward and don't stop until the only thing left standing is you.